So the topic that won tonight was Vince McMahon. You worked with him for over 20 years. I guess the first question is, when did you first meet him, and what was the experience like of first meeting him compared to, I guess, maybe what you've heard about him over the years?
I met him on the phone first when I was Watts' number 2 guy at Mid-South, and Vince wanted to hire Missy Hyatt, and Bill didn't like Vince, didn't want to talk to him, but he was sure as hell happy to acquiesce to the request. It had given her a better opportunity, et cetera, et cetera. So I had a couple conversations on the phone, and we worked everything out. It seemed to be fine. He thanked me for my time, professionalism, said he enjoyed my work. I'm thinking in my head, why don't you hire me then, you bastard? Don't make me wait so many more years. So that's how I met him the first time. So we got a telephone dialogue. I met him in person, as best I recall, in Augusta, Georgia, south of Atlanta, where they had the Masters Golf Tournament. And he was doing a 3-hour TV taping there, I think Challenge, back in the day, which would have probably been Monsoon and Heenan. Great team, maybe the best ever. And so I drive from Atlanta to Augusta, about 100 miles, and I had a real nice 2-door Lincoln, and that ties in the story in a minute, but I park it kind of out of the way, and I walk in the back, same building that we ran at WCW many times, so all the guards knew me. No hat, just me. Jim Ross then was the announcer, not JR. And so they bring Vince. Vince comes out, and we're talking in the back, and all the boys are stopping by and ostensibly say hello to me, which we all know is bullshit. They got FaceTime with the old man, even if it's only 30 seconds. Hey, Vince, how you doing? Hey, good to see you, JR. Yeah, right. Tell your story walking, right? It's my time now, by God. I drove down here from Atlanta. I'm trying to get hired. So he said, we're getting interrupted too much. Let's go outside. So we step outside the building where they have the ramp going down into the building to load in and stuff. So we go outside the arena and talk. And ironically, we stayed there 3 hours. We had one of the most in-depth conversations about the business that I've ever had, before, then, or after. Man, we talked about some heavy shit, changing things. He asked me what I liked, what I didn't like, what I thought was wrong with the business, et cetera, et cetera. But the bottom line of it was, he stayed out there with me the entire TV taping. They taped 3 complete television shows. He didn't see any of it. And after that, some of his inner circle would say, he's never done that before. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Of course, they wanted to know because they wanted the dirt. What did Vince talk to you about? How much money are you going to make? When do you start? What are you going to do? That's wrestling. And we had a great conversation. I'll just tell you this. We agreed on the number real quickly, and it was less than I was making at WCW. A little bit less. But he said, I really enjoyed this conversation. We've made some money today. You've made me some money. You don't even work for me. I'm going to give you a $50,000 signing bonus. Sent me $50,000. I thought, boy, I'm farting through silk. And I didn't know that Uncle Sam was going to take $18,000 of it for taxes. But that's how I met. That's our first meeting. Needless to say, it was very productive. And after 19 years of working my way up and around in territories and all this other stuff, I finally got hired by WWE, and I looked at that as the best move in my career, quite honestly. As far as financially, independence, awareness, exposure is the best thing for me to get my character as a wrestling announcer over. If I had been someplace else regionally, I would never have had the privilege of being here tonight, for example. The fans in the UK and we're going to Ireland, they all know JR as much as they do in Oklahoma because of television, because of WWE television, by and large. So, good move for me, Kenny. It was a good meeting. And that 3 hours, you can learn a lot about a man. I found out a couple of things about it. He wants to know what time it is and not how to make the watch. Heard it many times. God damn it, JR. Tell me what time it is. I don't even know how to make the goddamn watch. I'd have an idea for an angle or storyline. So he processes so much so fast that he didn't need all the minutia. He got the story, the overview, the big picture. That's what he's really best at, I think. But it was a real good meeting, and it led to some great years.
And I call him the following year, and I say, oh, hey, Brad, how about facing me at WrestleMania? And this poor guy's like, Kurt, I just had a stroke. It was fucking crazy. So I understand why he said no, because I'm at the age. Not just because he had a stroke and he got kicked in the head and had a concussion.